Hi everyone, my name is Gina Marino, and for my advocacy speech I'm going to be talking about UNITs and the work that they do within Western New York. So if no one knows, UNIT stands for Upstate New York's Transplant Services. They are the only organ, eye, tissue, and blood donation center within Western New York. My job there is to go into high schools and I teach kids about what UNITs does and the work they do and how to outreach in the community to teach more people about what we do, just to have everyone educated. So UNIT's services for organ donation also, so to put in perspective, there's 140,000 people currently waiting on the National Registry for a life-saving organ. And in that perspective, if you think about it, New Era Field holds about 70,000 people, so you can fill the stadium almost twice with the amount of people that are waiting an organ. The only thing though is that 1% of the population is eligible to be an organ donor. That's because you have to pass away in a certain way, and that's to pass away of a brain death. Now when you pass away of a brain death, that's when your brain swells and your brain has no more function because it lost too much oxygen and there's no more blood flow to the brain. So what happens, it's usually from a traumatic brain injury. A lot of times we see in Western New York a lot overdose because of the epidemic that's happening right now. A lot of drownings, and then also anything there where you have to be intubated, so that's when they have to put a tube down your throat and that's what's breathing for you. In order to be considered brain dead, 2 physicians have to sign off. So there's 7 reflexes that you are born with, and those are the 7 reflexes that they test you for. So a few of them are like gag, pupillary response, taste, and sensory on like your foot. And then after that happens and the 2 doctors declare you brain dead, then UNITS comes in and we approach the families about organ donation. And it's up to the families, even if the person is registered on the registry to be an organ donor, we register that. We ask the families before any organs are procured or taken from that person. So then if the family does agree to it, the person is then brought into the OR, and UNIT's job is to find 2 recipients for the 1 organ, just in case one person falls through, they have a backup so that organ does not go to waste. Because organ nowadays are it's not easy to be an organ donor, and a lot of people may think that like anyone who passes away can be an organ donor. The difference is that people who die of cardiac death, that is 99% of the population, and they could be tissue donors. So heart, arteries, valves, skin, eyes, bones, there's so many different things that can be donated as a tissue donor. Anyone can be a tissue donor, and it's easier to be a tissue donor than an organ donor, and that's the major difference that a lot of people get confused on. So 1% of the population can be organ donors, 99% of them could be tissue donors. The reason that tissue is so much different is tissue is considered a life-enhancing organ, whereas like a heart, liver, lung, pancreas, intestines, and kidneys are considered life-saving because people need those to survive. Another thing that UNITS does is we also do blood donation, and if someone needs blood in the United States every 20 seconds. So every 20 seconds someone is in need of blood. So just to put that into perspective, it's very important to donate blood. People might not think of it as a life-saving donation, but 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. So 1 pint of red blood cells will go to someone, your platelets will then go to someone else, and then the plasma will also go to someone else. So with a simple task of just taking 30 minutes out of your day, someone can save up to 3 lives. UNITS does a lot of work, but there's still a lot that needs to be done. So I'm here just to advise you all to think about being generous and maybe just donating blood one day, and to look into the work that UNITS does, because it's truly amazing. Hope you all have a great day. Bye guys.